chemical reaction is when the atoms of chemicals or reactants are moved into a different arrangement to produce different chemicals or products. The speed at which the reactants are rearranged into the products is called the reaction rate. Collision theory states that for a reaction to occur, the particles must successfully collide in the correct orientation and with enough energy to put stress on the bonds joining the atoms, break them, and to form new bonds. The energy required for successful collisions to occur is known as the activation energy, because it will activate the reaction. Reactants must first pass through a transition state before they are formed into products. Catalysts are chemicals that increase the reaction rate. They participate in the reaction, but are not permanently changed or used up in the process. The mass of the catalyst at the beginning of the reaction should always be the same as what we end up with. So, how do catalysts increase the reaction rate? Catalysts provide an alternative pathway for a reaction to occur that has a lower activation energy than the pathway without the catalyst. The transition state is stabilized when a catalyst is involved. Think of it like this. If you live in a town on one side of a mountain and want to visit the beach on the other side, it requires less energy or petrol to drive through a tunnel than it does to drive over or around the mountain. If you drive through the tunnel, you will also get to the beach and achieve that glorious tan much quicker. The tunnel is the alternative pathway provided by the catalyst and acts like a shortcut. Not all catalysts work in the same way. Some catalysts, such as those in catalytic converters in car exhausts, act as a surface where reactants can absorb or stick to and collide in the correct orientation. This way, the particles aren't expending energy to try and meet up with each other. If you're trying to meet up with a friend, it's far easier if you know where you are going to meet them, rather than wandering around everywhere looking for them. Some other catalysts take part in the reaction by forming intermediate chemicals and then regenerating later on. The intermediates add in an extra step, but ultimately lower the overall activation energy for the reaction. Enzymes are a special type of catalyst made and used by living cells. They catalyze the chemical reactions necessary for life, such as the digestion of food. But each enzyme is specific in the reactions that it catalyzes, being very particular about the reactants it is willing to work with. So, what have you learnt about catalysts today? Can you answer these questions? What is a chemical reaction? What is necessary for a chemical reaction to occur? What is a catalyst? How do catalysts increase reaction rate? And finally, what is an enzyme?